All right, welcome everybody to tonight's webinar. My name is Jeremy Jenkins. I'm one of the master members of rNetwork, and it's a pleasure to be with you tonight, share with you the amazing opportunity that is rNetwork. So let's get started. So the first thing that I want to really just bring up is the question of why we're here today. Why are we even here? What are we maybe concerned about, right? And it really can come down to these simple things. Are we worried about the economy, that it's erratic, that we don't know what's going to happen with the future? What about our jobs? Are we insecure about, the future with, are we going to be able to be employed? We don't know, right? What's going to happen? We've potentially lost our financial future. We really are on unstable ground, right? And maybe we just want to be able to take control of our money and be our own boss. Maybe we feel like we deserve to, spend more time with our loved ones, our family and friends. So there's a lot of reasons why you might be here wanting to see what this is all about, why we're doing this, and what it could maybe do for you. Now, one of the things that you do need to understand always is that we aren't really on the path. When we start out in school and we try and get a job and everything, that's not really what the wealthy do, right? The wealthy have found a better way to do things, and that's why they're wealthy, is because they've figured it out, where the majority of people don't know, right? And they have two secrets. The first secret is that they figured out something called leverage. Leverage is a key thing. It's where you can actually earn money or have income based on not just your own efforts, but on the effort of a team. Okay, we all know that teams make things work, right? The combined talents of everybody makes things more efficient, and that's what we're talking about here. If you look at the graph here, you can see on the left that if you're employed or you're self-employed, you're limited. You're limited to just your own effort, your own time, your own 24 hours in a day. But if you can get to the right side of this graph here, then you now have systems and you can actually have your money working for you. And this is leveraging, right? And that's why J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 men's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. That's because leveraging is the secret. That's one of the things that the wealthy have figured out. The second one is to have it be residual, meaning that it's not just a one-time, right? This is not just something where, you go out and you do sales where, oh, okay, it's a one-time, I sold this and I made this. It's something that's continuous, right? Ongoing, month after month. You're going to be able to have that income come in and not only, be steady over time, but actually increase over time, right? That's one of the secrets. And then not only that, but because it's leveraged residual, it means that you can step away, you can walk away, and you can have income, you have money coming in, even though you're not there present, right? Like Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you're dead. Well, we don't want to work until we're dead, obviously. We want that money to be coming in while we're sleeping, or while we're at the beach, or while we're, doing whatever else we want to do, right? So that's the secret. If we can figure out how to get those two things, leveraged residual income, then we can have the time freedom and the financial freedom that we're looking for. Okay, so how do we do that? Well, welcome to rNetwork. It's a participation marketplace where every member wins. Okay, we're going to find out what that means. So the first thing we want to look at is that they have a vision, right? The founders of this company have a vision. It's a revolutionary financial movement that is shifting the power and the profits from the big companies, the big businesses, back to the individual, back to us. Through the power of the network, they're able to leverage, there's that word again, right? Leverage exclusive savings and drive greater income for all who wish to participate, okay? Now, these are the 5 founders, and they are amazing, okay? Amazing gentlemen. Their background, wow, over 80 years of experience combined, 11 very successful businesses, over $1 billion in revenue between the 5 of them. They've been in direct sales. They've been in the Fortune 500. They've been in banking. They've been in fintech. One of them actually worked at Google, okay? One of them worked at NASCAR. in the marketing department. So amazing, amazing gentlemen. Richard Smith, the president, Troy Muhlstein, the financial officer, Trent Walker, the CEO, Kevin Wiscombe, chief revenue, and Roger Taylor, marketing. All of them are just absolutely amazing. And the five of them combined, wow. Okay, so what we need to understand is that they have not only brought all this experience with them, but they also have three guiding principles that they go by always. And it has to do with all of us, right? So those guiding principles are: find out where the world is going, get there first, okay? Make more money than you spend, and lose your life in the betterment of others. If you have those three things, you can really find true success in your life. So let's find out how they're doing it. So the first one is finding out where the world has been and where it's going, and get there first, right? So if we look back at the history, okay, of kind of the evolution, it's very interesting to see. Back in the 1980s, they created these things called computers, right? And personal computers. So we had, IBM, Apple, and Microsoft. That all got started, right, with Bill Gates and some of those guys, Steve Jobs, back in that time frame. Then in the 90s, what happened was all those computers that people had at home, they started to connect to each other, right, and talk to each other. And we got what we now call the internet, right? So they're all connected together, and it made things really amazing. Everybody had a .com and all that stuff. But then in the early 2000s, the next step in that whole thing was it became social. So all the social media was born, right? From YouTube to Facebook to Google, all those things. And then in the 2010s, it became the marketplace. All of a sudden, you had now something we call the gig economy, right? Because you had a side gig, and everybody was joining up with Uber and Airbnb and some of these things. They created these marketplaces where people, average person, could participate and actually earn a side income, right? With the gig economy, that's what they're calling it. And it was because of these things, Amazon and all these different platforms now where people could utilize technology, the internet, and all these things to create their own financial future, which is amazing. So the next step now for the 2020s is that we're going into what we call a participation marketplace, right? Participation marketplace. Why? Because now, as we as representatives of the marketplace, share the word, as we get the word out there, as we use our influence to bring people to the table, right, to participate with us in the marketplace, that marketplace, the company, is going to share its revenue with us, right? So that's the way we're going. That's the future of all of this. So let's take a look at why this is so important, right? Because the idea is that we're going to create loyalty. Okay, loyalty programs are so important. People will stay loyal to different brands because of the incentives they get. Okay, so Amazon, what made people loyal to Amazon was just the amazing customer service, the amazing platform that's just so simple. You go on, you buy something, boom. If you need to return it, just boom, take it over to the UPS store, drop it off, they scan it, and it's on its way. They refund you. It's just so easy, right? And it's so easy to find good pricing and all that stuff. Okay, it's a marketplace, right? And it's convenient. And so, especially with the Prime membership, right? They get free shipping and all that stuff. There's just value there, right? That keeps people loyal. Okay, Ebates is another one. Ebates, where they actually do the cash back, right? And then we see cash back programs all over the place. If you go shopping certain places, they'll give you cash back, or if you get certain debit cards, they'll say, oh, we'll give you a certain cash back on those. So the neat thing about our network is it does both, right? It's an awesome place to go where it's very convenient, very easy to use and everything, where they bring everything together in one place. And then on top of that, they share that revenue with all of us, right? But not only do they share it with us on an individual basis, but we actually have the option to do things in a residual and leveraged way. And we'll get to that here in just a minute. So imagine if you could participate as a member of our network where they share the revenue, okay, with some of the largest industries. And you don't have to sell. This is not about sales. This is not about pitching a certain product or a certain kind of thing, right? No. And all it is just getting paid for connecting people to the marketplace, right? Simple as that. Okay. Now, what if on top of that, you had these following industries, right? These categories: banking, $1 trillion industry; prescription medications, $1 trillion industry, right? Travel, $7.6 trillion industry. Huge, right? Smartphones, billions of dollars, okay? Cars, 350 billion a year, and mortgages, trillions of dollars. Wow, right? So well, you could bring people into the marketplace to be participating in $1 trillion industries and share in a little piece of that. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. Okay. So here's what it looks like, right? We're just in the middle of this thing, and we can bring in all these different verticals, right? We can bring in concierge services, right? We can bring in perks and benefits. We can bring in medical stuff, financial stuff. You know, there's all kinds of cool things. And then, of course, what if we had just an absolute giant global mall with hundreds of name brand stores that all participated in this one location? Would that be amazing? Yeah. So let's take a look what we're talking about with the global mall here in a minute. But how do you join this? How do you become part of it? Well, very simple. You become what we call a charter member, and that charter membership is $25 one time, just 25 bucks. Okay, you're in, you're a charter member, and then there is a monthly subscription fee, just like if you were to be a member of Costco, a member of Amazon Prime, a member of AAA, right? There are all these different subscription programs out there, and you can be part of the rNetwork membership for just $50 a month. Okay, really relatively inexpensive, especially considering how much it costs to have a home-based business usually, right? Whether it's from, you know, having your own real estate business, or having your own computer repair business, or having your, whatever it is you're trying to do, right? Even into network marketing and stuff, we're talking most of those have overhead of hundreds of dollars a month, okay? But our network is just 50 bucks. You're now in business, okay, for yourself. $600 a year, that's it, right? Super, super inexpensive to be in business. But look at all you get, right? You get now, you know, the full suite of products and services, okay? So everything from our mall to the travel discounts to being able to use the concierge services, all those different things, okay? You're gonna get perks where you're gonna get local discounts on hundreds of different stores and restaurants and things like that. Really cool. Then of course you get your prescription discount card, you get pet discounts, you're saving, you know, 50 to 85% on your prescription medication, all those things, okay? And then very soon, we're also going to have, you're going to pens and some pens, right? Spent, you know, maybe they spent $10, $12. right? Well, what if that paid out 10%, right, in commissions? So somebody goes and buys stuff that they already wanted, and next thing you know, there's $1 or something in commissions getting paid out. That is so cool. That's what we're talking about. This is not something where you have to sell a specific product, right? Whether it's a nutritional or an education product or whatever. That's not what we're doing here. We're just saying, hey, come save some money at Staples. Come save some money on a GoPro camera. Come save some money on a new watch, right? Come save some money on a new blender. And these are things people are going to buy anyway. And they're going to get a good deal. They're going to get cash back, right? They're going to get the rewards, okay? And you, because you brought them to the table, because you invited them to the marketplace, you're going to earn real dollars, right? Real commissions on purchases that they were going to do anyway. So they're saving money on things they were going to buy anyway. And you get to make money. Isn't that cool? It's just amazing. So why are people participating? It's because we're uniquely positioned to disrupt the advertising and online marketplace for products and services. Why? Because we're a participation marketplace, because we give incentives to people to do this, right? It's one thing to say, hey, you know what? I just went to this restaurant and it was really delicious. Hey, you should go check it out. And then, of course, the person goes there and the restaurant owner just says, hey, thanks for sending them my way, right? But they're never going to give you anything back. But if I know that on top of, say, hey, that place is really good, but you know what? They're going to pay me, to send them there. I mean, wow, right? There's so much more incentive. There's so much more reason for me to share and drive traffic, right? Use my influence to drive people towards that the stores and restaurants or whatever, now they love it. They think this is the most amazing thing ever because, we have now incentive and they're willing to share the revenue with us for doing that, right? So it's a win-win for everybody. Pretty awesome. Now, how do you really make money with our network, right? As I mentioned, obviously you're going to make commissions when people go shopping in the mall, but that's not all, okay? Here's how you can get into profit quickly. This is the secret that every business wants, is to when can I consider myself in profit? When am I making more than I'm spending? And that's, the guiding principle number 2, right? Is now, how do I make more than I spend? Okay. Well, we know, as we mentioned, $50 a month for your subscription, but what if you could offset that? What if you could make that money back every single month? What if you had a bonus that paid $50 so that you never had to come out of pocket? Wow, right? And we hear about that kind of stuff all the time. I get messages all the time, from my cell phone service or from my home phone service that says, hey, recommend, this to your friends and family and we'll give you a free month or something, right? Well, guess what? Here, same kind of thing. If you can refer just 3 people, just 3, right? Go and find 3 people that would also like to have leveraged residual income. And guess what? Now the company is going to pay $50 to you so that you can offset that. Now you're in profit, right? Because now your subscription is covered completely. Okay. And you can actually set it up so that that comes out just automatically right out. So it never touches your card, never comes out of your bank account. It just comes right out of your commissions and you're good to go. You can be in profit in your very first month if you want to. But not only that, but if you want to do it even faster, even quicker, if you go and do it in just 7 days. So if you join and you then get a clock, right, that says, hey, you got 7 days to go get the 3 people that you want to work with and do this with. If you do that, if you go and find 3 people in your first week, guess what? They're going to refund you $75. In other words, so it was $25 to join, okay, plus your first month, $50. So it was $75 to get involved for your first month, okay? So super reasonable in the first place, right? Less than $100 to get started in your own home-based business, which is also a tax write-off, by the way, okay? But on top of that, if you just go get your 3 business partners in your first 7 days, they're going to refund those $75 back to you, and they're going to give you that $50 bonus that we call the Power 3 bonus. Okay, so now you are cash flow positive because you just made your $75 back. You now have an extra $50 to go and pay for your next month because it's a total of 125. Plus, on top of that, you're also going to make the $2 for every active or paying member on your team, right? So your actual just got to 1,000 people, where you're making $2,000 a month extra. Wouldn't that help? Wouldn't that be refreshing to be able to know that if something happened, you still had that residual income coming in, help pay your car payment, help pay your mortgage? It's awesome, right? So not only that, but now let's talk about what happens if those individuals that you're bringing in, right, also decide and get what we call our fans or our free customers involved. Okay, so first you go and you get your 3 people. That's your power 3 bonus. You're making your $50, great. And then of course that starts to build out and everything, and you know that you're making at least $2 now for each of these individuals. But let's take one of those people, okay, and let's say it's somebody that wants to go out and do this as a business, and they go, and of course they're going to pay the $2 or the $50 a month membership, so it pays the $2 for the subscription, okay. But then on top of that, let's say they go and they have 4 telephone lines, right, that they want to switch to our mobile. Well, okay, so there's an extra dollar that's getting paid out. Now, what if they went and bought a car in our autos, right? Well, maybe another $4 gets paid out. What if they went and bought some products in the mall? Another 10 cents. What if you bought, some more toilet paper or something, right, in the mall? Another 30 cents gets paid out, right? So now that person is not just worth $2. That person is now worth $7.40 that month. Okay. Ooh, now we're talking, okay, we don't have to get 88,000 people on our team. We could, just get a small team going, 3, 9, 27 maybe, right? And if they're all out doing this, right, paying their subscription, obviously, but just participating in the mall and whatever, then yeah, that can really add up. But not only that, let's say this person goes and actually signs up free customers, right? What we call fans. Well, guess what? Those fans are going to do the same thing, right? Maybe one of those fans is going to go and switch their family, telephone service to our mobile. Maybe one of those fans is going to go buy a car. Maybe one of those fans is going to go buy a product at the mall. Maybe another one of those fans is going to go buy another product at the mall. So it adds up, right? All of the fans that this individual is bringing for free to the marketplace. Guess what? All of it adds up together. Now let's all the fans produces about $12. So you add that to the person, and guess what? Now that person is worth more, right? It's not just the $7, but it's a total now of 12, right? $12 that's paying out just from that one position in your team. It's amazing. Okay, so that's what we're talking about, because now all the different positions in your team could be worth so much more. 10, 8, 6, 9, who knows, right? Just depends on what they're buying, what they're purchasing in the mall, how they're engaging with the different products and services. It's awesome. It all adds up. Okay, so here's the thing though. You don't want to just stop with 3, right? You want to keep going, right? Because this is exciting. This is fun. And the ultimate goal is to become what we call a founder. A founder means that you've actually personally brought to the marketplace 10 people, okay? So 10 charter members, meaning paid subscribers, not just the free fans. If you do that, then you're going to be recognized, right, as one of the founders. You're going to be able to get a second position in your team building structure. You're going to share in what we call our global bonus pool, because a lot of the different products will put money into the pool when somebody saves on their prescription medication, when somebody buys a car. All those things put money into our global bonus pool. And all the people that went and got 10 people to join with them, they are considered founders, and they get a share. They get to share in all that revenue, right? It pulls up. It could be thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in that pool, and just the very few people that went and got 10 get to share in that, and it could be significant income, right? But then if you do it quickly, in the next basically 30 days, okay, we have until the end of April to go out and get your 10. Not only that, but you're going to be able to share in ownership of the company, because our network is going public. They're going to go on the New York Stock Exchange later this year, and you will be able to get free shares in the company if you go and do that. So pretty awesome. Talk to the person that invited you to watch this to get more details on how that works. But yes, all you got to do is go get your 10 by the end of this month, and you will be awarded free stock in the company when it goes public. Okay, so last but not least is something that's fascinating to me. We talked about that we have a bank, right? And with every bank, of course, with a checking account, what do you get? You get a debit card, right? Everybody has one. And what do you do with it? You go shopping, you go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to the movies, you go wherever, and you use that card to pay, right? Some people use a credit card, but a lot of people just use their checking debit card, right, to buy their groceries and whatnot. So because we are partnered with a bank, guess what? The bank wants to share the revenue back with us. Just like the stores, if you go shopping in the mall, they're sharing some of the revenue back. Well, the bank is doing the same thing. Banks make a lot of money. When people swipe the debit card, then that produces fees, right? They're called merchant fees, and those merchant fees are paid back to the bank. So if you go shopping at Walmart, Walmart has to pay a certain percentage back to the bank, back to Visa, back to MasterCard, whoever, and to the issuing bank, right? So if it's Bank of America, if it's a card, right? And that purchase is going to produce merchant fees, and those merchant fees are going to get shared back with us through the bank. So not only do we get to make money when people shop online at our mall, but if they use the debit card from our bank to do that, you can potentially double dip. You could make money twice, one from the merchant or the store, and another from the bank sharing back those merchant fees. So pretty amazing. Okay, so we are open in over 40 countries from North America, Latin America, Eastern Europe, India, many more countries. It's awesome because now it's not just you, but people all over the world that can participate in this marketplace, go shopping, and earn money when people save. So here's an example, right? So let's say somebody was in Colombia and they signed up somebody from Mexico, who signed up somebody from the United States, who signed up somebody from Canada, who signed up somebody from Costa Rica, who signed up somebody from India, who signed up somebody from the United States, who signed up somebody from Germany, who signed up somebody from Spain, who signed up somebody back in Colombia, right? All those people are going to be participating in the marketplace. They're all going to be saving money when they go shopping. And guess what? All of them can get paid the same, right? It just takes that commission, divides it by 10, all the way up. So 10 people get paid on a purchase all over the world. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So guys, this is just the beginning. We still have so much more to come in this year. They're going to do obviously the IPO, right? The initial public offering. We're going to go on the stock exchange. They're going to launch the bank, but also they're going to have more international products. They're going to launch something called R Security, which is for home security, right? Alarm system. They're going to launch something called R Pharmacy, which will allow us to get amazing deals on like insulin and other medications. It's just so much more to come in our marketplace. This is the absolute beginning. So why are we different? Well, we make money when people save money, not when people purchase a specific product we're trying to pitch to them, right? No, we are just asking people to come and save. And then we now make money when they save. They're saving on retail brands, thousands of them. They're buying Adidas shoes. They're buying Nike t-shirts. They're buying HP computers. They're buying just things that they would buy anyway through the different stores. And we get to make money on purchases they would do anyway. We're partnered with a bank, actual real FDIC insured bank that is going to share its revenue with us. And we get paid when people swipe their card, just on anything, from buying salt and pepper to filling up their gas tank to eating popcorn, whatever it is, right? They're swiping, we're making money. And we don't have to have any kind of inventory. We don't have to fill up our garage with products. We don't have to convince anybody to buy something that that we're trying to get rid of. No, we're just saying, hey, come be part of this. Join for free. Join as a charter member and start your own home-based business and protect your future and have a plan B, so you can have that leveraged residual income that will protect you and your family for years to come. And you're not alone. We actually have one of the most amazing training systems on the planet. We have the success formula where we'll train you, we'll teach you exactly how to do this, what to say, how to do it, how to use social media, Facebook and other things to go out and find new people that might want to save money, right? It's just awesome. It's all about duplication. It's very simple. And yes, we are here to answer your questions, to help you do it, to be mentors for you. We do webinars or these Zoom calls pretty much every day. We have them in different languages, in Spanish, and we have stuff in German now and French and all these different languages. It's just awesome. So there's plenty for you to use as far as tools and to get the word out and to understand how this all works. We're here for you. Your success is our success. So last concept, timing. You might be seeing this and you might be thinking to yourself, okay, that sounds all good and stuff, but maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll wait until after, the quarantine. Maybe I'll wait until after whatever. Maybe, I'll give it a few months to see if this is real or right. Well, here's the thing. All companies go through these phases, right? Formulation, critical mass, momentum, stabilization, and the people that get in during the beginning in the formulation stage are the ones that have the most success. As things begin to get into that critical mass, as the momentum starts to happen, as it accelerates, we've gone from a few hundred to a few thousand to now we're over 100,000 strong. We're not even a year old yet. So don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. Get involved now, because that is where fortunes are made, right now during the beginning. So thanks so much for joining me tonight. Hopefully that was helpful. I invite you, please get back to the person who invited you to watch this. Ask them your questions, get your answers, join us. It's not that complicated. It's a blessing. It's been a blessing for me and my family. We've been able to really change our lifestyle and have extra money coming in over the last basically 10 months that we've been doing this. And it really has made a difference for us and for thousands of people on my team and the other teams in the company, saving money and having that extra residual coming in to help pay off some bills, to help remodel our home, to do some of the cool things, to go on trips that we didn't think we'd be able to. It's just it's refreshing. It's like how breathing in pure oxygen. It just gives you that sense of stability in troubling times, right? To know that you've got some extra income coming in just in case things went bad, right? So please go get your answers. I know you will find all the testimonials you need, people saving money, making money. It's the right thing to do, and we're here to help you. So with that, hope you have an awesome evening, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.